ride with him. He goes somewhere, you go with him. Now work that leg. Good. Still staying just as tight. Good.
Joined here today with MCC lightweight Alex Harper. Alex, welcome back to MCC. Recently, you had the opportunity to go out with to Detroit with our former lightweight champion and your best friend, TJ the Spider O'Brien. Well, he made his UFC debut. What was that experience like?
It was real cool for me. Just for one, just being able to go to see a UFC show live was real cool, but also just to see all the fighters in there in person and just seeing what they do on a daily basis. You kind of realize it's kind of the same thing that you do. I also, obviously I had a lot of downtime, so I worked a lot out in the gym, at the hotel, and there's a lot of UFC fighters that weren't fighting on the card that were in there working out with me, and one of them notably was Forrest Griffin. I got to hang out with him for a couple hours and talk with him and just get to know him as a person, which was real cool, but just being able to see him just kind of do his workout just kind of got me motivated. Him just telling me, you know, you're young, you still got a lot of talent, and just keep going at it and just see where things go with it. So it was real cool just overall to go out there and just talk to the other UFC fighters.
All the behind the scenes stuff, and you know, now especially with the expansion and the merger of the WEC and the UFC, you know, I'm sure it's a pretty surreal experience. You know, you're behind the scenes with all of those guys, and you know, 1 minute you're watching them on the big screen, and just like TJ, you know, a few months ago, you know, he's here fighting in MCC, and boom, just like that, he gets a call to the UFC. So, you know, I'm sure that's pretty motivating, you know, for a lot of up-and-coming fighters. You know, 1 minute you're fighting here regionally in front of all your friends and family, and the next minute you're fighting in front of millions on the big screen. So, you know, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a great experience for everybody that has that opportunity. So next up for you in MCC 31 on January 15th, you're taking on Josh Marker, wrestling coach for Team Insanity. He's got a lot of experience. What do you think about the matchup?
I think it's a perfect matchup, not just stylistically, but just what I want to do in my MMA career. One thing my jiu-jitsu coach Jared's been working on is, for one, really work on defending that takedown, not letting the guy take me down, because I feel like I do have a good guard, and I feel like I can submit. You know, I feel like I can submit a lot of people on the ground in my guard. But this fight, I really want to be on top. I want to be able to defend his takedown. And I've been working my stand-up real hard, so I really want to go in there, defend that takedown, knock him out.
So your last fight, you took on Joe Morris, one of the toughest guys that we have on the MCC roster. Dominated him and ended up submitting him. That had to be a huge confidence booster to you.
Yeah, no, it was real huge. I hadn't fought. I think my previous fight was about a year before that, so I was very nervous going into the fight, and knowing I was going to have to go in there fighting a guy like him, who he's been in, you know, 2 or 3 3-round fight, just 3-round wars, and I knew going in there I was going to have to be ready for that, and so to go in there and not just beat him, but you know, take him out in the second round and finish him was definitely very satisfying for me.
You know, one thing, if we look back on your career with MCC, you've never had an easy fight. You know, you've taken on Joe Ellenberger, one of the best wrestlers in the Midwest right now. You've taken on Jake Brown, one of the best strikers at MCC. You know, again, Joe Morris. I mean, you've had a pretty tough road, and you always look impressive no matter who you're fighting. So, you know, Josh Marker, in just a few weeks, you step in the cage with him. What's a perfect night?
A perfect night for me was, I obviously know, I mean, I assume he's going to try to take me down, so I want to just right away defend that takedown and show him that, hey, you're not going to take me down. I want him to get that look in his face like he doesn't know what to do, and I'm going to hit him with my right, and it's going to be over.
So with TJ O'Brien vacating the belt, moving up to the UFC, now the 155-pound strap is wide open, and there's a lot of tough guys. Is that something that you can see in your future?
Yeah, you know, right now, every day I just try to get better, working with my jiu-jitsu coach Jared, working on my stand, just trying to get better every day. And, you know, hopefully this next fight I can win that, and then we'll just see where things take it from there.
There you have it, folks. January 15th, MCC 31 full force. Alex Harper taking on Josh Marker. This is going to be one heck of a fight. It's one you definitely don't want to miss.